Where's everybody at? Let's go. We don't get many people in here, do we? Like the other one. The other platform here. You get tons of people right away. Yeah. Let's go. Hey. Let's keep on walking. Hello, hello, hello. If you just get in here, we're on an afternoon walk. Gonna get our 5,000 steps in. And then you left. And they just come and go. Oh, y'all gotta stick around with me, man. What's going on? I don't know how this works. Let's get it. See, that ain't a way we can play some music in the background. That sure would be nice. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Just walking. Let's play with some buttons. What is this? Retouch on, retouch off. What does this do? 49 seconds short was to your channel as on listed. I don't know what this does. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Oh man, I'm all lost. I don't know what's going on, man. How come it's not there it goes. I couldn't figure it out. This is my second time doing the YouTube live, man. How y'all doing out there? Hello, Amanda. How are you? Doing good, sissy. I'm out here doing my 5,000 steps, my afternoon cardio. And then I'll come back out again later tonight about 7 or 8. We got some dark clouds up there, but it's a little windy out because of the storms rolling in, so it feels good. But yeah, so far so good. This is, hello Lolita. This is day 62 on my weight loss journey. I already lost 46 pounds in my first 60 days. What do you say, Lolita? Hey. It's all good, brother. To each their own. You know what I'm saying? Es Saquito. Where are you from? Where are you from, Amanda? Oh, look, they go Officer Taco. Ah, you happy too? Yeah, I bet you are. Lolito, what you sorry about, man? You ain't gotta be sorry. That's you mean Beanie? Beanie with a beard. Shadow. Yeah, that's another guy. Mexico, Mexico. Yeah. You happy too? Yes. Yeah. I would tell y'all a story, man. I don't know. Happened to me today. I don't know. You want to hear it? Talking about being happy and happy guys, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, you know what I mean? Lolita, hey, United States, yeah. I'm in Florida right now. Yeah. You know, I do, you know, I'm on all the social media, you know, TikTok. And I got a guy on there, man, you know, he befriended me and stuff. And he, you know, he's a big guy on a weight loss journey too, and he keeps texting me, you know what I mean? And I figured he just needed someone to talk to, so I would always respond and, you know, try to be positive to him and stuff. So he's telling me about this relationship he has, right? And how it ain't been going good, right? So, you know, I'm thinking he's talking about another woman, right? So, you know, I'm just trying to give him, you know, give him a little advice, you know, trying to stay positive, you know. he's telling me how things are started getting shaky, and he's having, they're not getting along and stuff. So I'm trying to keep it positive. You know what I mean? So he texted me this morning, right? He was like good morning and stuff, whatever. And I was like, hey, how you doing? He was like, yeah, we went out to a party last night. I said, oh yeah, you and your partner, I didn't want to assume and say girlfriend. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? I just said your partner. And I said your new friend. Because, he was like, they just met and stuff. So then he tells me, he goes, yeah, we went out to the party. And then he asked me, I was like, well, how'd it go? And he was like, do you really want to know? That's all he said was like, do you really want to know? And I just felt like he was asking like if I really cared about, what was going on with him, right, in his life, you know what I mean? So I was like, sure, yeah, I want to know. So he's telling me this. He said, it started out with a few, everybody drinking, mingling. And then, then he goes, then it turned into a lot of kissing. And then he said a lot of oral. He said oral. I said, all right. I was thinking to myself, all right, maybe he went, hit a closet and maybe he was at someone's house at a party. Maybe he hit the closet, and got him some oral, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think straight too, you know what I mean? And then I paused. So then he came back, he goes, do you understand what I'm talking about? Now, once he said that, man, it was over. I knew exactly what he was talking about. I was like, yeah, I think I understand what you're saying, brother. He goes, was that something that you're interested in? I said, hey, man, I just got a text. I got to take off. We'll talk about this later, to be continued. And I left. I ain't hit him. Jesus Christ, man. Nothing against, hey, to each their own, man, to each their own. But yeah, I met quite a few different people, on here, But, that's the funny and fun thing about it, the entertaining thing, you know what I'm saying? It gets entertaining, the different people, no matter how different they are from us, they seems like we all still share the same issues, problems, you know what I mean? Physically, emotionally, you know what I'm saying? We all connect some way, you know what I mean? But I definitely ain't going to none of those parties. You ain't gonna catch me there. No way. But all the power to him. And yeah, life's crazy, man. But I decided this next 30 days, like I said, I did 60, dropped 46 pounds, and my goal is 6 months to go from 330 to 240. So what's that? 60, that 90 pounds. So we're down 46 already, It's a pretty good start. We got 4 months left. So I figured, my energy level's high, man. I got a good energy level. Like my energy level, like after the first, I'd say 2 weeks losing weight, man, my energy level shot through the roof. But, I ain't gonna lie. The energy's still high, but it's taking a toll on my body. You know what I mean? It's taking a toll on my body. So I decided to give my body a little break. So, and just for y'all don't know about, this is what I do. This is my training every day. I'm out here at the park at 5 in the morning. I do an hour, which I get 5,000 steps or a little more. Then I come back out between 1 and 3, do another 5,000 steps. Then I come back out again between 7 and 8, do another 5,000 steps. And then at 9 o'clock in the morning, I do a 1 hour strength training. And I'm only eating 1 time a day, So, and I'm trying to put down a minimum 4 20-ounce bottles of water with some of that electrolyte powder in it and stuff, you know what I mean? And I do one of them with protein powder. I do, I don't know, it's probably about 40 grams of protein. It's not much. But yeah, that's what I drink and stuff and what I eat. But yeah, takes a toll. So this would be the first weekend of the next 30 days. And I mean, obviously I'm still doing cardio in the afternoon and the evening, but I'm not eating, he got me eating, he got me reading. I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. But on these next, couple weekends during the next 30 days, I'm just not gonna do the morning cardio and the 9 o'clock strength training. I'm gonna try to rest, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to get some rest. But we're at 46 to start this 30 days. I don't know, I got sort of a goal set for this 30 days. I like to break it even. Let's do like next 30 days. Let's see, we're at 46 to start. What'd be good? Let's even out the 46 and put us at 50. How about 60? At least 60. Let's get to at least 60. That's only what, 14 pounds? So we got to get 14 pounds this month. I think we got this. We got this. Oh, taco. I got to go, guys. Hey, take it easy, brother, sister. I can't tell you. Is it Ego? Leave a like and a subscribe if you don't mind, man. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me. Keep in touch. Shoot me some more comments and stuff. Keep me motivated. Keep me inspired. All right, brother. I'm going to say brother. You never know. You never know. Good looking out, brother. I appreciate you. And I'll see you back again. Maybe we'll do this again tomorrow. Yeah. I'm telling you, that other, what do you call that? Other channel? Talk. Started getting scary over there. Oh, man. What you got going on today, Taco? You go to church? Everything good? Yeah. Lolito, you still with us? Lolito. Yeah, you know it. Trying to keep my eyes open, make sure that old guy don't come back around. If I see that old guy on that bike coming around, I'm gonna get there running. Y'all gonna see big fat guy running. I'm gonna be hauling. I'm gonna jump the fence and take off through the field. Vengeance, you never know. But yeah. Let's see, we got 4 people on here right now. I see Taco. Who else with me? Sound off. Let me see some names. Any Gen X? Any Gen X in here? Any Gen X? Let's see the Gen X. Any of y'all out there? I know on a lot of those other channels, man, the Gen X is strong, man. Especially on the other one, what's that called? Talk. Man, Gen X is strong. And people are everywhere on that stuff, man. I don't know what you call it. Is each of these called a channel or what do they call it? I don't know. App? I don't know. But on Talk, man, them I think Gen X is going hard over there. Yeah. I don't know, I can't see no platforms. Okay, is that what they're called? Platforms. Yeah, that platform, man, Gen X goes hard. I was at like 200 and I did a video and some Gen X lady got on there. She was like, let's get this train going. Next thing I know, I'm over 1,000 by the end of the night. Followers. I was like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. The love was crazy, man. Hey, how you doing, Freedom? Hey, Freedom, thanks for joining. If you don't mind, could you leave me a like and a subscribe? I'd appreciate it, man. Help support. I can't see your picture, man. I got my glasses on, but I got so much sweat and stuff. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. Let me know. Let me know what you are and where you're from. I also speak Spanish and understand Spanish. Yo hablo español y entiende también. Just in case any Spanish out there. I speak a little bit, quite a few. Not quite a few, but I speak a couple languages. A few. I love culture, man. I love culture. I think culture is just amazing. You know, and I think all the different cultures, man, are just so beautiful and amazing in life. Oh, female, how you doing, man? So I'm gonna call you mom. I got a thing, I call females mom. A lot of people think I'm from Britain or England or something because I'm always saying, yes, mom. Or mom, when I call out to them, I say mom. I don't know, it's just a thing I picked up in life. But nice to meet you. We're gonna get 5,000 steps in on this one. I like doing these lives, man, when I do this. Like sometimes I'll do them in the morning, at 5 in the morning. It helps the time go by, you know what I'm saying? Time just flies by when you're talking to somebody. And then other thing, you get to meet people and, and talk and, everyone's free to talk about whatever you want on here. You know what I mean? You're having some problems, something on your mind, let it out. We're all here to listen. We're all here to, talk to each other and help hold each other up. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So let's keep going. Let's do it. I know you ain't done walking. Hey, you hear me? You got this. All right, people, let's go. Woo. Yo, I need to hit the beach, man. You tell me. I want to go so bad, man. Try to get Zeke to take me, my son. I don't know. I can't get nobody, man. The only one ever looked out for me was my daughter, And ever since she joined the Air Force, man, I lost my best friend. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's terrible to say, innit? I got a few kids, man, but my oldest daughter, man, she was my best friend. Even when she was in school, working while she was in school, I mean, she'd always find the time to come see me. Always kept in touch with me every day, call, text, every day, man. Even now she's gone, we talk. But I mean, just that personal bond, being there and stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, I miss her like crazy, man. I miss her like crazy. But I'm watching her, She's out there growing, meeting new friends. She's living, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all don't know where I'm at, but just to give you an idea, look. A small town, ain't nothing around here. Ain't no high rises, ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing out here. Cow pastures, stuff like that. That's about it, man. So, she's living, man. She's seeing the world. Oh, man. I guess we're down to only you, Taco. Yeah, man. She's out there spreading her wings, man. I mean, it killed me the other day. I don't know if I told you. She called me crying, man. Broke down, crying. Her car had broke down, and me, I've always worked on, family's cars, especially my kids, especially my daughters, They break down, I come running, you know what I mean? I'm there. And here she is, my baby, 17 years old, over 1,000 miles away, and there's nothing I can do. As a dad, that kills you inside. Especially when she called crying, you know what I mean? She called me crying, But, we got it fixed. She's fixed. She's doing good. She's doing better. She knows now not to, how you say, take advantage of the car, you know what I mean? I can't just keep driving it day and night and hauling people around everywhere, So now she just got to sit in there and use it when you need it, you know what I mean? But, and then she's up in, yeah, for real. Oh. And now she's in DC, so she'll be there for a while. She went to Texas, she went to California. She came back home. She's up in DC now. She'll be up there in DC for the winter, so she'll be seeing her first. Well, she's seen snow before, but this will be her actually living in it. I mean, she went like vacation visit like for a week and came back, but she'll have to actually live in it, drive in it. Yeah. So she's gonna see, But it's all good, man. Those are good experiences for her. I'm glad. A lot of people, they get trapped in small towns, you know what I mean? A lot of people get trapped in small towns, It's like I tell people living in Florida. There's people that's lived here in Florida all their lives and still ain't even been to the beach, ain't been to Disney World, you know what I'm saying? Seriously. Life just gets you so caught up, you know what I mean? Responsibilities, That's why I see all these kids today, wanting to grow up, wanting to be adults, want to act tough and be big. Nah, man, stay a kid. Stay a kid, You don't want to grow up. Shoot, man. I wish I could go back. I sure changed a lot of things. I sure would, man. But who else we got in the lobby? Come on, talk to me. I see Taco. Who else is there? I see there's one more person in there with you, Taco. Who we got? I can't see. Let me know your name. Let me know where you're from. We're out here getting 4,000 steps in this afternoon. It's a beautiful day. I thought it was gonna rain on me. Hello, hello, hello. If you're joining the lobby, unless you say something over text, I don't know who you are. You know, let me know your name. Let me know where you're from. You know what I mean? You know. But yeah, we out here in Florida, Central Florida. We out here. I call it the Boondocks. But it's beautiful, man. Look at that. I'm surrounded three side by, I say cow pastures. Ain't no mountains down here in Florida. Ain't no mountains here. The only mountain you're gonna see down here in Florida is this right here. That big old rock. That's it. That's there you go. That's a mountain right there. One day we'll climb that and we lose some more weight. Yeah. We become a little more nimble. Is that the word, nimble? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know. Life's crazy, man. I tell you though, man, after losing that 46 pounds, and I did like, you know, every month I'll be doing a, what do you call that? Like a body transformation picture, you know, comparison. I like to say comparison. Man, just to watch like the beginning, the first 30 days, and then the 60 days, man, that was amazing. African and white, but you live in Minnesota? What part of Africa? Was you born in Africa or was you born over here? Huh, Freedom? Freedom by 40. Born in Nigeria. All right. All right, all right. I tell you, man. You know, people sleep on Africa, you know what I mean? You know, because, no offense, but, you know, just, you know, most of the, I don't know, I'm just going to say it how I want to say it. You know, most black people in the United States, they set such a bad name for black people that anything to do with black people, you know, people just think negative, you know what I'm saying? Me, I like, you know, I love YouTube. I love like vloggers that go all over the place. Like lately, I've been watching a vlogger over in, Uganda? Is that the name? Uganda? And like doing like night outs and stuff and food, walking like the food courts and stuff like that. Man, it's amazing. It's amazing. And beautiful women. Jesus, beautiful women. Beautiful women. It's just so much, you know, it's just like everywhere. There's so much division, you know what I mean? I tell you, a place I saw some, you know, like I said, I love doing the vlogs with, you know, the countries, travel and stuff. I tell you, Ethiopia, oh my God. Those are some beautiful women, man. Those are just people all together. The guys, the girls, just all together. They're all beautiful people. And yeah, that's pretty good though. What'd you say, Freedom? Oh, it's fallish up there right now? Yeah. Yeah, I used to live up in Michigan. Pontiac, Michigan. I lived there for like 12 years. I guess that's not too far from you, right? What's that, to the right of you? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I spent many, many winters up there. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Do you still like, so which one of your parents is from Africa? Is your mom or your dad? Do you guys still cook food from over there at home? How's that go? You know, you got to keep your culture, you know, your ancestry. You got to practice it, you know what I mean? Yeah. You might be an American now and be an American, but you always got to remember where you came from, you know what I mean? Practice your history. You know what I'm saying? My dad, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're over here. They're over there. Oh, I got you. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm Irish Puerto Rican. That's what I am. Yeah. So obviously the American side, you know, I speak English, all that. Then my father, he's Puerto Rican. He was from Puerto Rico. And even to the day he died, he barely spoke English, man. He sounded like, I know you probably know who Scarface is, Tony Montana. That's how he sounded to the day he left. He could never get a good accent. And he's been here since, and he was here since I'd say the 60s. But he could never get it down, you know what I mean? And, but I love my Spanish side. Man, the music, the food, the women. Yeah. I mean, it's just, but the only thing about them, though, they're feisty. Spanish women are feisty, man. They're really feisty. Here, I give you an idea, Freedom. I got 9 kids with 5 baby mamas. They give you an idea. I got, let me see, 1, 2 of the baby mamas are Puerto Rican. One is a Puerto Rican Mexican mix, and the other 2 are white. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm still on child support. I'm paying child support for my last one, and she'll be 18 in January next year, and then I'll be off. I've been paying since I was, I don't know, in my early 20s. Yeah. Hey, I got one better for you. You ready? I had my first kid at 14. I was 14. She was 27. Married with 2 kids already. That's crazy, ain't it? Life is crazy, man. Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy. But we still keep in touch. I keep in touch with all of them. Yeah, I know. I know. Here, I'll tell you what's messed up. Mind you, I was, 15 when she had the baby, right? So my mom, so then they tried to get me with child support while I was 15 years old. Because like I said, she was married, so her husband found out and he left after the baby was born. He was dark skinned, the baby was white. So they tried to get child support when I was 15 years old. My mom said, okay, you want child support? How about I press charges for statutory rape? Exactly. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. But nah, they were okay. They were decent people, you know what I mean? We've always kept in touch with the kids and everything. He turned out to be a really good kid, really good man. He's in the military too. He's in the Army. I didn't raise him. His mama raised him, but she did a good job. He turned out to be a really good man. He's a really good man. He doesn't talk to me, you know what I mean? I think, ever since he got in his teenage, he started wondering what happened and stuff, most of them, they think like, I left them, you know what I mean? When it was, they just don't understand the circumstances, you know what I mean? But I never put their mothers down, you know what I mean? I let them, let them think, their mother was always an angel, you know what I mean? Their mother didn't make no mistakes. She didn't make none of the decisions, you know what I mean? I just let it be, you know what I'm saying? I'll be the bad guy, you know what I mean? I'll be the bad guy. Because I definitely didn't want him to grow up like me, you know what I mean? I ain't nobody, you know what I mean? I ain't nobody. That's a goal all parents want in life, You want your kids to grow up better than you, you know what I mean? You want them better than you. You don't want them to be the same, you want them better. And all my kids, they're all doing way better. But here, I got you, Freedom. God got me back, though. You ready? I became a single father, though, about 25 years ago. Yep, I raised 2 boys by myself for the last 20 years. Yep, out of all those women, I tell you, the 5, I only married 1. One of them I legally married. She was mixed, she was all mixed up. She was white, Mexican, Puerto Rican. She was all mixed up. But she was the only one I married. And we was up in Michigan. I met her when I was in Michigan. And, after 9/11 happened, I made a promise to myself that a year after, I would move to Florida with my family, to be around my family, because we spent the whole time we were up there, we was with her family. And she had no problems with it, you know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to move to Florida, right? But this would be her first time ever leaving the state, though, you know what I'm saying? And she was pretty wild, I ain't gonna lie. I was pretty wild too in my 20s, you know how it is. But when I had my kids, it changed me, you know what I mean? I had responsibilities. So anyway, we moved down here, and the baby was 11 months old, and the other one was 3 years old. So I had an 11-month-old and a 3-year-old. And then one morning we took him to the daycare because we were both working, so we took him to the daycare. I noticed something was wrong with her. So I asked her, do you want to talk? So we went back to the house. And she said, this is what she said. You ready? It's been over 20 years, man. 20 years, man. It's been over 20 years since this happened. And I still remember every word she said. She said, when I want to go somewhere, I want to do something. She goes, I don't want to have to worry about telling my husband or worrying about my children. She goes, I just want to do what I want to do. That was her exact words. Those were her exact words. So I was like, all right. Well, what do you want to do? She says, I want to leave. I said, okay. So I ain't gonna lie. In my mindset, I thought that, she ain't been never away from home. And so it's already been it was like 2-3 months down here. So I figured she was homesick. So I was like, all right, let me let her go. She'll be back. She packed all her stuff. I had just got her a new car. She packed all her stuff, got the car. And then, she just left. She didn't take the kids. So I ain't gonna lie, her not taking the kids had me thinking, yeah, she's definitely coming back. She's coming back, you know what I'm saying? Here we are. 25 years later. I raised them babies by myself with my mama. Yeah, they're 23 and 27 now. Yep. Yeah, they don't even know their mom. Well, they know who she is, She's tried to make friendships and contacts with them over the phone or social media. You know what I mean? But yeah. And I never badmouthed her or nothing, you know what I mean? I let them figure it out on their own, you know what I mean? Let them make their own decision. Yeah, I miss mama. Yeah, without my mom, man, my mom was my rock. She was my everything. Before my kids, before I became a single father, and now. You know what I mean? Without my mom, I don't know, man, where I would have been. Just like now. Or when she left, she left about 5 years ago, Last month would have been 5 years, I believe. I was lost, man. I was lost. I want to say that's what put me in my slump. How I gained all my weight and just gave up on life. But I'll be honest, since I started this weight loss journey, she's been a big part of my inspiration too. I feel like she's with me, you know what I mean? She's walking with me, she's watching, looking down on me, pushing me, you know what I mean? She's got me going. And I'm doing this for me, and I'm also doing it for her. You know what I'm saying? So, how you doing? So, yeah. Yeah, I hear you, Freedom. It's hard sometimes not to judge people, you know what I mean? We try not to, you know what I mean? Because we don't know the reasoning behind everything. Like a lot of people used to tell me, why ain't I mad at her? Why don't I hate her so much? You know what I mean? And thank you, Freedom. And, I tell a lot of people, she left me the kids because she knew they were safe with me. You know what I'm saying? She knew where she was going and what she was going to be doing wouldn't have been safe for them. So in my mind thought, she did what was right for the kids. You know what I mean? She actually thought about them. You know what I mean? It wasn't like she just picked up and left. You know what I mean? Like she knew leaving the kids with me, they would be taken care of. So, it's hard to get mad on that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I forgive her. I'm not going to say I forgive her. But, to be honest, talking about forgiveness, since I started this journey, like I said, besides physically becoming fit, spiritually, and I ain't trying to sound all religious and, go all crazy on you guys, but, it's been pulling me closer to God too, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you feel about that, Freedom. I know there's a lot of different religions and stuff out there, I believe in all of them, but it's brought me closer to God, you know what I mean? And I feel like, one of my biggest problems in my life has always been not being able to let go, you know what I mean? People dying on me, my whole family, everybody dying, not being able to let go of fights and stuff, what they call it, grudges, or even with her, you know what I mean? I ain't saying I would take her back or anything like that, but maybe give her forgiveness, you know what I mean? For myself, not for her, but for me, you know what I mean? I forgot what they call that, closure? Is that what it's called, closure? Maybe just need closure, you know what I mean? Maybe that'll help me with closure, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I believe in all of them, freedom, because in the end, I believe that, all of them, you know, in the end, they all believe in one God, you know what I mean? And in the end, that one God is the same God. You know what I'm trying to say? You understand what I'm saying, But that's how it is, everybody just practices in different ways, you know what I mean? They all got their own ways. And that's what makes culture, you know what I mean? That's what makes culture, I'm gonna take a break under the shade tree. I ain't gonna lie, it's starting to get hot. Ooh, it's starting to get hot out there. Oh man. Yeah, it gets pretty tough. I can't see your picture, Freedom, but Taco said you look like a young lady. Are you young? You're a young lady? Are you young? Were you in college, school or something? I can't see. You got any kids of your own? I'll set this up on the tripod so I can relax a minute. Oh man, it's hot here. I'll turn around so you get a look at my ugly grill. You want to get a look at this ugly face? Let me see how you do this. Ready? Let me see how you do it. Bam, there I go. Can you see me, Freedom? I got my beanie on, goes with my tag, beanie with a beard. My daughter made that up. How you got 5 babies? Oh yeah, nice. No, Taco's my nephew, but he's like a son to me. I love him like a son. You know what I mean? He's been with me through the beginning. When she left me and the kids, he's been there too, right by my side, helping me with the kids and everything. Yeah, I'm loud. I get loud. Sometimes I get too low. I'll be in the stores and I'll be just mumbling and they be like, "Excuse me." I'll be like, "Yeah." Like a big old teddy bear, Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know. Let's see how many steps we got so far. Let's see. We got 7,481 steps. And that's just our first walk today. So yeah, we're doing good. I think we'll finish this lap, get back around to the truck and call it a time. Because we still got to come back out later. I'm still at, what time is it? 3:30. I'm gonna come back out later about 7:30. I like coming out at 7:30 because on this one side, actually the side that we're on, over, as you see, it's all clear pasture, so you can see the sun go down beautifully. I get good pictures and stuff. Yeah, but like I said, if you went ahead and subscribed to my channel, Freedom, you can see I take a lot of pics, like of the sunsets and stuff like that. You'll see my day. Sometimes I'll go out to we got a wild trail in the back. You got state parks, but those state parks in those cities and nice areas, they keep them clean and nice where people walk. Now ours is they don't mow, they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing back there. There's trees falling, limbs everywhere. It's just crazy. Oh, thank you. What is that? What is that, Freedom? What is what's sustainable? I'm sorry. Man, it's getting hot. Yeah. Sustainable. I'm using big words on me. I'm using them big words. You got me thinking now. I don't know. Oh, man. I do the, what do you call that? Yeah, like I said, just in 60 days, I lost 46 pounds in 60 days. And that's from doing the, excess, yeah. Like I call it extreme. I call it extreme weight loss, you know what I'm saying? Most people, they try, but most people got a life, I ain't got no life, so I'm saying I ain't got no job. I'm on disability right now. It's just me, you know what I mean? All the kids are grown. I'm by myself in the house, you know what I'm saying? See you later, Taco. So, I have the time, you know what I mean? I have the time to do it, so, and as far as sustainable, can I do it long term? Well, I'll be honest with you, it's been 60 days. My energy level's still through the roof, but my body, I do feel it in my body. Man, my body's tired. That's why I took like this weekend and the next 3 weekends in this 30 days, I'm not gonna do the morning cardio, 5 o'clock a.m. morning cardio, and I'm not gonna do the 9 o'clock strength training. But like today, I'll still do the afternoon, and I'll be back out here tonight, 7:30, to do my evening cardio. So I'll still do 2 cardios a day over the weekends, but I won't do the morning or the morning training, so I can sleep in, I can rest, you know what I'm saying? I can try anyway, you know what I mean? I tried. I don't know, I did pretty good. I think I slept at like 8:30 the last, yesterday and today. So I got some rest, you know what I mean? Yeah, I love you, Taco. Be good. Yeah, it's something that it's not, it's to the point now where I feel like I have to do it, you know what I'm saying? There's been times I've been on weight loss journeys and stuff like that. Like I had 2 strokes at 40 years old. Yeah, I was the youngest guy on the cardiac floor, they said. And they wanted to give me a pacemaker. I didn't want no pacemaker, I didn't want no machines inside my body, you know what I mean? So I told the doctors, yo, give me some time. let me lose some of this weight. And they were like, no, we need to get this pacemaker. So when I got released, it took me five and a half months. I lost 87 pounds in about 5.5 months, 87 pounds. So I know I did it before. So I know I could do it again. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie. I didn't go this hard like I'm doing now. I did not go this hard. And I lost that weight then. You know what I mean? I'm actually going, I like to say I'm going twice as hard as I did before. So we should get some pretty good results, 46 pounds. Like I've been averaging weekly, I'd say anywhere from 5 to 9 pounds a week. And so far, I've been doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty tired, but I know my body. If I feel any kind of way, yeah. Like the other day, I had headaches. I woke up real bad headaches. So I knew I was dehydrated. So I didn't chug. I just sat down, took an hour, and tried to put down 2 20-ounce bottles of water. You know what I mean? Nice and easy and not really cold, just, And yeah, the headache went away, you know what I'm saying? And then if I get hungry, my body tells me, especially for meat. When it wants meat, it wants meat. And that's pretty much my diet. Like I get rotisserie chickens. Or I don't want to say, I say steak, but it's not steak. I ain't spending that money on steak. Those cuts that you can get that they're big, like roast beefs and stuff, big cuts. I just get those and slice them up and make my own steaks. Hey, yeah, it might not taste as sweet and tender as a sirloin, but hey, I'm getting the red meat, you know what I mean? But that's what I do. I just got me a big bag of fish. A friend of mine had got me white fish, and I just found out. I didn't take them out the freezer yet because I don't want to open the bag up and then didn't have to cook all of them, But I noticed today when I looked in the bag, they're individually wrapped. So yeah, carnivore, I guess. Yeah, I pretty much been a carnivore my whole life. Meat. I like some vegetables. I do add vegetables and fruits with it. I keep in my drawer. I keep bananas, apples, and peaches. Those are my main fruits: apples, bananas, and peaches. I keep all the time, and those are my go-to. I'll have at least one of them or 2 with my dinner. Like today, check this video today. I'll post. Let me see. Shoot, it won't be posted till tomorrow. So I'll probably post it tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And you'll see, I take a picture. Sometimes I'll take pictures of my plate. Like today I had a nice, like I said, I cut that steak. I cut a piece. It looks like a steak anyway. In the picture, it looks like a nice New York strip. When it's just a cheap piece of cut, But it tasted great. I like all the fat and stuff. But you'll see, I had that with a bunch of broccoli. It was like 3/4 of the plate was broccoli. I just steamed the broccoli, a little bit of garlic, pepper. So that was my meal today, in a peach. I had that and a peach. That was all I ate today so far. And then after this, I go home. I keep drinking my water. And after this, I'm gonna go make me a protein shake. Yeah, with one of my 20-ounce bottles of water, I'll make me a protein shake. And I'll drink that, and that's it. That'll be my as far as my food and stuff for the day. But I feel good. Oh, here. I know I'm leaving out the most important part. My bad, Freedom. I don't know if you how you are with the doctors and weight loss and stuff like that. I don't know. But I know, have you ever heard of Ozempic? You know, there's big hype about Ozempic, about losing weight and stuff like that. I was on that for 5 years, and I was at the highest dose you can get. I never once lost any weight. Yeah, it helped me with my diabetes, and didn't even really greatly help me with my diabetes, but it helped, you know what I mean? And I didn't lose 1 pound. So anyway, before I started this weight loss journey, I heard of, but I started Mounjaro. You ever heard of Mounjaro? I don't know if some words are hard for me to pronounce. Mounjaro. Yo, let me tell you what. I started it the 1st of June, right? And mind you, in June, I wasn't doing nothing. No dieting, no training, no weight loss. I wasn't thinking about none of that. I was laying in my bed all day, just being fat and lazy and just depressed. I didn't want to do nothing. I lost 7 pounds just doing that. And then I was like, wow, well, let's put it to the test. Let's see, add it to some my weight loss journey. Man, that Mounjaro is crazy. I swear to God, I call it black magic. That's why I call it black magic. I that stuff, man, I take it once a week. And I swear to you, it's literally like magic. Like, it's in my head. Like, I used to get, I don't know if y'all got a Publix up there, but Publix, they sell the pub subs. Man, I get the Italian, and I always fill it with vegetables. You get the vegetables, you get all of it in one, right? It's just the bread that's bad for you, right? Yeah, that's it, Mounjaro, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm on Mounjaro. I'm on the 5. I don't know if the 5, I don't know what you call it, milligram or units or whatever it's called. But I'm on the 5, and man, it's ridiculous. Like, I can sit down and eat, and I won't eat it all. Like, my mind tells me I don't want it. And it's not just food. Like, drinking too. Like it just pushes everything away. Like, it's crazy. That stuff's like I'm telling you, it's black magic. It's magic. It's some crazy stuff, man. I tell you, it's crazy, man. Oh, man. But I don't know. I'll tell you what, Freedom. Keep up with me. Even if I don't, 'cause I don't do lives too much, but I'm always filming, Always, you need to get in touch with me or anything, you can comment on my channel, and I'll get back to you. Oh, I love my coffee, man. I love my coffee. I love my coffee. I gotta have, usually, like, my 5 o'clock walk, like, I get up around 4, so I'll drink 1 cup of coffee, go do my 5 a.m. walk, come back, have me another cup, and then I'll clean up and rest, and then I usually out between 1 and 3, so I have another cup between my 1 and 3 walk, and that's it. I won't drink no more coffee after that. I got to limit 3 cups a day, but I average at least 2 cups a day, but my limit's 3. But I love my coffee. I love it. But yeah, Freedom, man, it's been great talking to you. Yeah, keep in touch, you know what I mean? Jump on YouTube. You ever need to get a hold of me or check in on me or something, it sends me alerts and stuff. I know it's you. I get on there and check on you. You ever want to talk, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's, it's so much easier to talk with strangers. Family's always quick to judge, you know what I'm saying? And, not saying, they don't be mean about it, but they always have their opinions, you know what I'm saying? It's just the truth, you know what I mean? I found that out a lot here on social media, But you take care, and God bless you and your family. And hope everything's going all right for you. All right? Bye, sissy. Take care.